Well, I have a mustache now, but don't pay any attention to that. I have a scope here that I want you to look at. This is the Aztec Emerald series FFP Scope, first focal plane, and I really like this scope, and I've had a few people comment on my videos, why do you use this scope in specific? And the reason for that is because I am using the tactacam scope cam system here, and I've had the best luck so far with this scope. And as you can see, I have it permanently attached, so I don't take this thing off. I have it dialed in. It took me a few videos to kind of get a handle on actually getting it to focus well and getting it to work well with this scope. And once I got it dialed in, I just leave it on all the time now, especially for reviews. I don't really do scope reviews, and I don't like unboxing reviews, so I'll show you really quick right now what's in the box. Okay, so now you've seen what's in the box. For this video, I'm going to be attaching the parallax wheel. Usually I don't attach a parallax wheel on most of my videos because it's kind of cumbersome. I'm not doing a field target, but it is a feature with this package. Things I like about this scope is it does have illumination. Right here it has a little battery, so you can get illumination. It has 5 settings on red and 5 settings on green. Focuses down to, I don't know, like less than 10 yards. I think somewhere like 6 yards. That's pretty nice. I never go that short of a distance. I have here a Picatinny sports match ring set that I use to go between stuff unless I have to switch it out with a dovetail ring. And the turrets are really nice. They have distinct clicks. I do really like the reticle on this. It's really nice. And so yeah, it fits every need that I have, and I do a lot of shooting with air guns. I don't do so much competition shooting, but I do plan on doing that, and I think I will be using this scope as well. Really quickly before we go out, I do want to say something about the tactacam. I've been using the tactacam 5.0. It's really nice, and I've had a few different scope cam systems in the past, and they've been great, but for me personally and this scope, the tactacam has really worked out, and I got some tips on using black tape from a few people, and that's really helped out shim down the scope camera a little bit, so I was getting a right horizontal plane on the image, and it also helped take out a little bit of the light maybe coming in. If you don't have it positioned well, you actually get a reflection on the back end. One thing to note too on the tactacam before we go out is that the first time I used it, I actually left the battery inside after charging it, and it used some of the battery, I think, because by the time I got to the field, there was like an hour-and-a-half drive, the battery was already like half depleted. So what I do now is I charge the battery, and then I take out the battery right after charging it and set it aside in my camera package. That seems like it's been working out pretty well. I got that advice from Dana Webb. He actually told me about the battery trick, and so far once I've done that, now I get a pretty good battery life. I do use the Wi-Fi function quite a bit. It really helps me get a good image quality, and I'm going to be doing that today. So what I'm going to do, rather than go over the scope in detail, is invite you guys along on a journey with me. I'm going to be looking and searching for an alligator in my hometown. I've seen alligators elsewhere in Florida, especially some of the more desolate areas, but here in Fernandina Beach there's actually alligators, and I think I might be able to find one if I look just in the right spot. So what am I going to do? I'm obviously not going to attach this scope onto an air gun and take it around the neighborhood. That's a good way to get shot. But what I am going to do is attach it to this pick rail that I've screwed on to this camera tripod adapter. So there we go. Now we have my scope attached to the pick rail with the adapter to the tripod. So now we can go look for some gators, and let's see if we find any. I had a good time checking out alligators today. I've never seen one in this area. I've only seen them down in Orlando, and I'm deathly afraid of alligators and crocodiles, but it's been very fun looking for them with this scope, and I have a lot of clarity with the scope, and especially when you're talking just your eye, not a camera, there's always more clarity with the human eye than trying to run a camera rig in the back of it. So far I've had a good time, and if you're looking for a good mid-price scope, I don't think you can do any better than the Aztec. It's just a really good scope with a lot of features. So yeah, definitely check it out. Did I mention I'm deathly afraid of alligators?